If you just got on the internet and you went to GWA wondering what the heck that was, it's called Gagne Wrestling Academy. And if you're familiar with the name Gagne, my name is Greg Gagne. I wrestled professionally for the AWA for 18 years. But more than that, Vern Gagne, the godfather of the AWA. Wrestled professionally for 30 years. AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Wrestled all over the world and trained many of the great pros that you see today. And I've seen from day one of professional wrestling, because he started on TV in 1949 out of the DuPont Network in Chicago. So he wrestled with the greats like Hans Schmidt, Killer Kowalski, Pat O'Connor, The Crusher, The Bruiser, Mad Dog Vachon, Baron von Raschke, who he trained, Larry the Axe Hennig, who he trained, Blackjack Mulligan, and Jack Lanza. So there is a list that goes on and on. All those big name professionals were trained by Vern Gagne. He passed that on to myself and many others. And I want to take the opportunity to pass it on to all those wannabe wrestlers out there today. So I put together a collection of people that I think can train you the way you need to be trained to be successful in professional wrestling. And one of those is one of my old partners here, Buck Rock and Roll Zumoff. He was trained by Vern Gagne and Billy Robinson.
Great,
Buck,
good to see
welcome
you.
aboard.
You know, talking about the training camp, it brings back a lot of memories. You know, it's been 30 years since I was to that horrible camp. You know, that I was only 22 years old and I didn't really know what to expect. And I had this attitude like I'm going to walk into this wrestling game and be some superstar or something. But with your father, Billy Robinson, and a few others who were training us in, when we realized that 1,000 sit-ups and 1,000 push-ups and run flights of stairs and doing all these exercises for 12 weeks, Greg, 12 weeks. I came out of there, I was ready for the Olympics or a war. So this isn't any kid stuff. We're talking some serious stuff. I know there's guys out there who graduated from college, who maybe played pro football for a while or did some other sports. You know what it takes to discipline yourself, to get yourself in shape, to get yourself ready, and that's what this camp is all about.
There are no shortcuts to professional wrestling. There's guys out there who claim they are trainers. I've been all over the world. I even trained for the WWE and down in Louisville and Atlanta for them. Nobody trains like we train. You will get the best training you have ever got. Hi, I'm Greg Gagne.
And I'm Rock and Roll Buck Zumoff.
We're here to talk about the Gagne Wrestling Academy. What is the Gagne Wrestling Academy? It is the best wrestling school in all the country.
You know, that's right, Greg. You know, you do hear a lot of talk, and there are other places in the internet, in the newspaper, on television about, we're going to train you and show you how to wrestle. And that might be just a lot of hogwash, because here at Greg Gagne's Wrestling here, not only are we going to teach you the fundamental of wrestling, but we're going to put you guys on the road. We're going to make you get out on those highway and drive those miles, do a little plane flying, and see the whole country besides the adventure of being a professional wrestler.
Well, why did we come up with this academy? Because I've been watching professional wrestling all my life. And my father trained some of the greatest professionals in all of professional wrestling. And we were trained by him. And it all comes down to fundamentals, techniques, conditioning. Nobody gives you that like we will.
Talking about conditioning, and you know that a lot of the professional wrestling matches go anywhere from 15 to 20, 30. I've even had a couple of 1-hour wrestling matches. You imagine being out there for 1 hour? That's where the conditioning comes in. When you're out there wrestling for someone for 60 minutes, and it's up and down, and it's back and forth, brother, you have to be in the best shape of your life.
And we're going to prepare for that for you. Now, this camp includes it's for beginners, intermediates, and advanced classes. We've got them all. You can sign up right here online.
Hello, I'm Buck Rock and Roll Zumoff, and it's really great to be part of the GWA. And I know for the last weeks now you've been seeing these ads and hearing about the academy. Now, let me tell you from my own experience that this camp isn't for slouches. We're looking for athletes, a high school football player, a high school wrestler, a college football player, or a gentleman or a man or a woman who's been out for sports. But when, if you do, you make it through this whole series of camps, we provide wrestling shows. We run approximately 150 wrestling shows a year all through the Midwest. So you have this incentive of, yes, I want to go to this camp. Yes, I want to get in the best shape of my life. And the glory of it all, I'm going to be a star. We're going to be on television. You're going to wrestle all over the country. People are going to come to you for autographs. People are going to come to you to shake their hands. People are going to tell you you are the greatest athlete I've ever seen. It's all out there. This world of wrestling is the greatest sport. I've been in it for 30 years, and I've wrestled everywhere. And I'm telling you sincerely from my heart, if you want to be part of the greatest wrestling organization in the whole wide world, then sign up, and sign up now, because this is the greatest thing that's probably ever happened in wrestling in years.
GWA, the Gagne Wrestling Academy, what is it? It's something that I want to pass on to other generations of professional wrestling. It was passed on to me through my father, Vern Gagne, one of the hardest trainers in all of professional wrestling, and one of the men, actually the godfather of professional wrestling, the first man on TV, national TV in 1949, out of Chicago. And as a result of that, trained the likes of Pat O'Connor, Hunt Schmidt, Blackjack Lanza, Blackjack Mulligan, Larry the Axe Henning, Baron von Raschke, Sergeant Slaughter, Ricky Steamboat, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Buck Rock and Roll Zumoff, the High Flyers, Jim Brunzell and Greg Gagne, and a whole lot more. And every name I read off were people that made a lot of money in professional wrestling because Vern did it right. And he passed those fundamentals and those techniques and those conditionings on to me, and I want to pass that on to all you wannabe wrestlers out there at the Gagne Wrestling Academy. And you can sign up right now, online, right here. And we'll see you at camp, and see you soon.